Hello, and welcome to another round of Sarah's question time. And today's question is, Sarah, what exactly do you mean by emotional mastery? So this is something that I talk about a lot in my work, and that is for a very good reason. Working on this alone can make radical shifts in your level of success at work and indeed in your life in general. So it's well worth investing the time into doing. But often when I say emotional mastery, people can think that I'm saying you won't feel any emotion. That is impossible. As a human, you will always feel emotion. So when I say emotional mastery, I'm not talking about the ability to transcend emotion. And for all of you out there that say to me, but Sarah, I'm not a very emotional person. And trust me, a lot of my clients have said that to me over the years. Even if you are not externally showing emotion, so you're not externally angry or anxious or whatever, you keep it all internally. We're talking about what's going on inside. So emotions are controlling everything that you do. And actually, most of us wake up in an emotional state, which is not ideal because the more emotional we are, the less ability we have to think logically, rationally, and intuitively, if that's called for. So, what do I mean by emotional mastery? Number one, accepting all emotions. So all emotions are normal. They're nothing to be scared of. And the more that you can acknowledge and label those emotions, the more you will reduce your emotional reactivity. So just the simple act of labeling an emotion reduces the amygdala response in the body. So the amygdala is responsible for your fight or flight state. Again, not an ideal state when you're trying to think rationally at work. The other important point here is to learn techniques. And when I teach this, it's a combination of short-term hacks that you can use in the moment and longer-term strategies that regulate your emotions over time. So over time, you'll notice that you are, quote unquote, more at peace, less in that emotional roller coaster of highs and lows all the time. And essentially, whatever emotion comes up, you know how you can process it and get back to neutrality as quickly as possible. So to get back to the state of being at peace, tranquil, whatever terminology you want to use. Now, that is the optimal state for making good decisions in work and in life as well. And just a quick example of this, obviously, most of us have probably heard, well, it's not good to make decisions from a negative place. So if you're anxious or if you're in fear or survival mode, you're probably not going to make good long-term decisions. But similarly, if you are in a high or elated state, you are probably not going to make good decisions either because you are probably ignoring risk factors and things that you should be looking at and bulletproofing to give you the best possible chance of receiving a specific outcome. But if you are too high, you're likely to kind of gloss over those risk factors. So when I talk about emotional mastery, in summary, what I'm talking about is your ability to get back to a neutral state as quickly as possible, not suppressing, denying, or shoving down emotions, because that is not emotional processing. And it will most likely come to bite you in the butt at some time in the future if you keep doing that. So it works against you being able to create this emotional mastery journey over the long term?